All right, so obviously we know it's getting colder. Plants are starting to look not as great, but I pulled a couple here for you today that still look pretty good, have either good normal color or they have great fall color. So the first one that I have here for you today is the Sambucus Black Tower. Obviously we can see the dark leaves. It gets some really nice fluffs of pink flowers in the spring, and these are an upright habit. Some people have used them almost as fencing. I get some major Rapunzel vibes from this plant just because of the way that it grows. They do call it a towering plant, obviously, so it's going to grow a little bit taller. You can use it either in front of fences or as a fence replacement, or you can use it in your gardens as a focal point.
Now, Jeff will give these a trim, not a heavy. It's just we'll give them a trim so it gives it a nice form, more of a columnar shape to you. Just let you know about that. So be expecting that when you receive these, when customers receive them in the spring.
On all the Sambucus, we do go in and trim them, not only on the uprights, like they said, those long, tall, spindly shoots we trim off so it's a little more presentable for the retail market, but we also go in and trim black lace and yellow lace as well, golden lace. So what we're trying to do is maintain something that looks a little bit better, because they do have a tendency, especially late in the season, to be a little more sprawly in habit, on whether it's an upright or shrub form.
I looked at the black lace too while I was out there. I chose these because they look a lot better than the black lace. They are losing a lot of leaves right now, but these have great color and they still have good form on them for right now. So another good option. This one, we still have about 366 left in current. Next picture, please. The Cordialis canary feathers. This one is a really awesome woodland plant. Nice bright yellow flowers with a really bold green foliage. These are going to grow in almost a mound. They do really well in heat, but you want to keep them out of the bright sun. So these are going to do really well for you in hot Ohio weather in the summers. You can use them as ground cover, or you can use them as mass planting in your gardens. And we have about 150 of them left. I took two different pictures here. The top picture on the left is what some of them look like. So we do have some without flowers right now. And the bottom picture is what they look like with flowers that we have available for you. We have 150 in current. We do have several more. So if you guys need more rolled, we can always do that for you also.
Once again, this is another variety. Jeff will give it a light trim when coming into spring. The great thing about this variety is that it's mostly known to bloom through summer up until the fall. But because we keep these at minimum heat, sometimes these things are ready just as you begin into spring. But once again, like Caitlin said, there's a beautiful bright yellow flower to these. Can fold and they're ready to go.
Next picture, please. The Aditya gracilis Nico. These have a really awesome white flower. You can use them as a bordering plant. You can pretty much line anything with these and they're going to flower for you really nicely. They're actually in the same family as hydrangeas, so they get a really bushy flower to them. This is a double for your money because they do have that white flower in the spring and summer, and then they have really awesome fall foliage on them right now. So the pictures that I took for you, the bottom picture is what the entire house looks like. Some really good browns, reds, greens, and yellows left in there. Nice can full, really good value, and we have almost 1,000 of these left in current. Anything else? All right, next picture, please. I pulled two epimediums for you. I have the Fronleighton and the Lilify. Both of these, good ground cover. They're going to spread 6 to 8 inches per year. On the left is what our plant looks like right now. On the right, they do get a really nice variegation. Small flowers. The Fronleighton, is going to get a yellow flower to it, and the Lilify is going to get a light purple, almost violet flower that comes with it. Good in gardens as, like I said, ground cover. They're going to spread a little bit for you, and they're going to stay nice and tight, compact also within that ground cover. So the Fronleighton is going to be a more green leaf. This one's going to have a green leaf in the summer, but it does get more of a fall color towards the end of the season. And next picture, please. So I put on their Lavandula grosso, but I have 4 of them available for you. Some of them are already in spring, some of them we still have available, but obviously we can move them for you if you need them, if you have somebody that wants some of these. Each of these have a different set of qualities to them that are really good for different gardens, different purposes. My personal favorite is the Avon Early Blue. It has a very different lavender scent to it, but each of these has something different to it. So you might get a little bit more of a silver foliage, obviously with the silver mist. And we still have some that are in flower right now. So if you're looking for more flower, I believe the Phenomenal has a little bit more flower to it. Nope, not the silver mist has more flower to it, sorry. So each of them has something different to offer, and we do have several of them left. But like I said, if they're in spring, just let us know. We can move them over for you. And next picture, please. The Anemone Dainty Swan. This one is a flowering plant in fall. We still have almost 600 of them. And one of the qualities of this one is obviously the purple flower. It's going to show a purple bud before they open, and then once it cracks, you get a really nice bright white. And that's going to look good against your fall foliage in the fall once those open up. They do have sort of a sprawling habit from the flowers. They're not going to be all straight. They're not going to be perfect. But I think it makes it look a little bit better against your fall foliage also. If you Google that, all you're going to see is the backs of the flowers because that's the really standout point of this plant.
So first up is Cretonia astriculata on a standard. Usually you see these just as a regular shrub form, but these are tree form. As you can tell, it has really good fall foliage with the reds. The whole bed just really stands out as you're driving around. Actually, I took these pictures in the morning, and a couple hours later, Kelly sent me the same exact thing. So, do you guys need something to stand out color-wise for these last few days of shipping? Grab some of these. Next up. So, Caitlin stole my thunder with the dudes.
I was looking for these too. I couldn't find them. Now I know where they're at.
These are the cherry blossom, so they do put on a pink flower in the spring. But fall foliage, same colors, they all look the same. The whole house, you probably couldn't tell the difference between what's at my farm and what's at Maine, just looking at the pictures. So next up is Yucca filamentosa. Last week talked about the color guard. Those are the variegated. These are just the straight green. These do not have any fall foliage. As you can tell, you get a really big bang for your buck with these. They're about 2 foot tall, 2 foot wide, really clean, no problems whatsoever. And we have about a house and a half full of these. And last one is Ilex reticulata, Magical Showtime. These are in a covered house, so we don't get Mother Nature helping with losing the leaves. You can see more of the berries, but if you pull them out, you do get a good array of berries on all of these plants, as you can see. So if you're looking for something for the holidays, some centerpieces, or you want to make your own wreaths, these are a very good option. They do very well in a house with holding their berries for a long time without water. So keep that in mind as we move into the Christmas season.